today we have Miss Amaya Douglas, our South Alabama SGA president. Amaya, it is a pleasure to have you. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. Thank you for the warm introduction, and I am equally as excited to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So first, how did you get into SGA?
So as far as my involvement in SGA, it was kind of a given, considering in high school I was heavily involved with our student council. I was vice president for 2 years, and then my junior and senior year I became SGA president. So I came to South with aspirations of continuing my student involvement. As far as kind of my track throughout the years, I started off in first year council, which is the part of SGA which is strictly catered to first year students. My second year, I ran for a senator seat in the College of Arts and Sciences, and I won that position. And during that, I served as the Governmental Relations Committee chairwoman, as well as I was a part of the Appropriations Committee. Then last year, my junior year, I ran for Attorney General. And then now, finally this year, as a senior, I serve as SGA president.
It's wonderful. You've had such a long and illustrious student government career. That's so awesome. So what would you say you like the most about SGA?
I think that is definitely a difficult question because I can think of plenty of things and memories that I have from SGA. But overall, I think that, particularly pertaining to South's campus, SGA is very impactful when it comes to a lot of the policies and potential impact that we have, whether it's through funding student orgs and their events, or passing laws and bills to either mandate or change some of the student policy on campus. So I think with that, you have a lot of gravity and foothold when it comes to South's campus, and I definitely think that that's very encouraging because not many student leaders can say that at their respective campuses that they really have a really big student voice. But one thing I really love about South is they hear us and they see us, and I think that in itself is very encouraging.
Absolutely. I think it's so wonderful student government programs really give us the opportunity to talk about what we want for campus, and I just think that's so awesome.
Absolutely.
So outside of the large world of SGA, what other clubs are you a part of on campus?
Yes, so my freshman year, I was one of those people who overexerted myself when it came to getting involved in student orgs because I joined pretty much every single one of them. But now I think that one of the ones that really stuck with me, other than SGA, like mentioned before, I'm a Passage USA mentor, and that has been one of kind of my biggest fears. I'm very passionate, and I have thoroughly loved being a mentor for those students. Along with that, I have been a part of ESPN Plus for going on 4 years now, and I also thoroughly enjoy being a part of that team. And actually, I am officially creating a new organization on campus. This past semester, spring of 2023, I started a Bible study, particularly geared at people, both Christian and non-Christian, and it was kind of like the approach of conversations about kind of the Bible in itself, and we would have conversations and debates about Scripture, and it gained a lot more traction than I anticipated, so much so that by the end of the semester, I had accumulated 3 professors who came, as well as about between 25 to 30 students who were active members. So I'm in the process of finalizing that as a registered student org. So outside of the SGA scope, that's what I've been dedicating a lot of my free time to, is finalizing the details on that org.
Wonderful. So what is that organization called?
So it will be called USA Campus Ministry. Okay. Very generic. I couldn't come up with a creative name.
No, I think that's wonderful. That's so awesome. What do you like to do in your free time? Which I'm not sure if you have a lot of free time, but in your small amount of free time, what do you like to do?
Yes, in my minuscule amount of free time, I'd say that I love to paint. I'm no Picasso or Van Gogh or Van Gogh, whichever one, depending on which region you're in. I wouldn't say I'm like that, but I'm definitely a big art enthusiast. I love museums. I love going to art museums. I've been to the Louvre. I've been to the Met. Yes.
So cool.
By far one of my favorite memories ever. So I definitely think that art is one thing that definitely takes up a lot of my free time. Along with that, I'm a big advocate for taking like walks by the beach or at the park. I like being outside when I can because it's a good de-stressor for me, even though I hate bugs. But I'd say those are pretty much the top two, for sure.
Wonderful. It sounds like a really great way to relax and
Decompress.
unwind. Yeah. Where would you say you like to go to unwind? You mentioned you like to go on walks. Is there a particular area on campus you like to go walk, or somewhere closer where you live?
Yes, so my hometown is Ocean Springs, Mississippi. So I live legit like 5 minutes from the beach. So there's a specific spot on the beach where there's usually not a lot of people, and I go there a lot to read or just sit. That's definitely one of my hot spots. And then as far as on campus, I do have a lot of areas that I really like to go. One of which is I actually really like going to the Molten Tower. There's kind of like a grass amphitheater that no one is ever there. But I think it's such a beautiful part of campus, especially in the afternoons or the weekends when there's not a lot of people there. Sometimes I'll go and read or even paint over there. I think our campus is just wonderful in the sense of like if you want to be out and you don't want to go far, I think there's so many niche spots and areas
really
on campus,
is.
yes,
Yeah.
that are really beautiful. So.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All
Cool.
right. So outside of your personal life, your academic life, sort of looking into the future, what would you say your like personal long-term goals are?
It's funny you asked that question because if you would have asked me my first year of college, I would have told you that I wanted to be a talk show host. But since then, particularly because of my involvement in SGA, I found that I had kind of a passion for leadership. And before then, I had never thought about making it like a career. I just thought it was something I enjoyed. I viewed it more so as a hobby more than anything. But through my minor in political science, I kind of finally, even though I feel like it might have been common sense to most people, I finally connected that, my passion for leadership and my interest in kind of public policy, I could make a living as like an elected official. Even though I'm very hesitant to say that I want to be a politician because I think in this day and age, people assume that I'm a terrible human being by saying I want to be a politician. But I think that, as weird as it might sound, I definitely think that there's purpose in public policy, and you have the ability to positively, hopefully, impact people's lives. So right now I'm kind of thinking of where what mold I can fit in that sense.
Yes, absolutely. So Amaya for president 2048 or something?
I think it's 2036. Somebody did the math for me.
2036.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Amaya Douglas.
All right, so everybody write that down, jot that down in your planner, and go to the polls because Amaya will be our next president. Well, that's wonderful. I think that's all the questions that I have for you today. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. I know you're super, super busy just running around, being superwoman, doing all these amazing things. So we just want to thank you for being here. And we want to say good luck to you in all of your future endeavors. We are very sure that you are going to be successful, but good luck.
Well, thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure. And I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Go Jags.
Go Jags. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Amaya Douglas, our SGA president. Tune in next time for our next interviewer.